Today we are installing some sockets, lights, moving things, various electrical work. Allow me to show you exactly has to happen. Client is installing a nice log burner right here in this corner. The plan is to move that socket over to this corner. That's a security cable. We might have a security, we might not. At the moment, I'll see if I could just push into a void of the ceiling. So if we still require, we might just be able to retrieve it. Even if the customer needs to do something with it, we might be able to bring it to this corner. So not cutting it. You don't want to cut anything that might be used in the future just in case you need to. So that's what we're going to do. And equally, that double socket, the plan is to move this one just over here because this new unit, it will be all built in, I believe custom made, just to accommodate moving these sockets just away from that wall, that one for the log burner, that one for the cabinet. Okay, let's crack on. I've got some of the stuff already here. I'm just opening up to see what I'm dealing with. I suspect the cables might be coming from the top. Because when you do an extension like this, from the bottom, you have to be quite early in terms of the project to come in and actually put the cables into a conduit of some sort. Install it before the foundations are being laid, and so on and so forth. We are not cutting the ceiling, we don't do any of it. We want to just extend a straight horizontal line across over here. Yep, cables are coming from the top. It looks like a dot and dab plasterboard. Cool. We could do it in two ways: extend the ring or or just spur it off. And I think for the sake of that, I'm going to just extend the spur. You can imagine there's not much that's going to be extended from here because the log burner is going to go here and window is just there. So spur from the ring is perfectly acceptable, making this nice and straightforward. So let's do that. Laser on. Aim for the heights. And I want the laser level to be exactly in the middle of the socket. Yeah, we are definitely in the middle of that socket because I'm aiming for 2 screws. So we are here as well. I can tell we are in the middle of these 3 holes. So cool, I'm happy with that. So that's what we've got to cut out. Maybe we can just remove this, open it up in a corner, get hold of our super rod cable tongue, feed the cable in. 125. Let's do it. Meter 20.5. It's just there. I'm not sure if you're seeing, but there's quite a distinct crack here. Hopefully there's nothing on the other side. We don't know. We never know. That one goes in here. At that point now, let's turn off the circuit. So how do I do it? Just go in. I can hear this from a distance. I'm just walking into a fuse board. That's where the fuse board is. And garden hub kitchen. Yep, that's the kitchen socket. Cool. What I'm going to do is just double check if that socket on the other side is the same. This is not a safe isolation procedure that you learn at school. But it's quick reference if you're on your own and you want to turn off the circuit. But safe isolation is you checking on a known source to verify that the equipment is working. I'm just checking if there's any voltage. Nothing. Live to earth, nothing. Neutral to live, nothing. And neutral to earth, nothing. Cool. I'm quite happy that this is isolated. Let's just quickly verify if we have an end-to-end ring with my continuity tester. This will display some resistance, as in, yeah, no resistance though. Earth to earth. Yep. I'm looking only for audio signal. Yep, that one. Yes, cool, that's fine. I'm happy to work on it. I'm not doing a lot of work as such. I'm just merely doing an extension to this circuit. We got our cable pulling tongue, shall we say? We're going to start with that side first. I'm going to put this end first because that one has a hole. That's where I can attach my cable. It doesn't matter really which way. Alright, that might not work, ladies and gentlemen. When they take this 2.4 meter, they usually put 4 or 5 dubs on the wall. There's definitely one closer to the floors. I think we're not going to be lucky to put that one in. I think we just need to cut the wall. If we have to cut the wall, I might as well just extend the ring. Actually, we need some stuff. This will be the first time I'm going to use this TradeKart. Apparently they can deliver within minutes. It's definitely cheaper for my client for me to order this than go on my own. So cable, there we go. That's the one I want. Yep, cool. So that's how we use in the app. 4 of those. Tool station bath. Yep, done. Yeah, some bags. Cool. Let's go for it. Add. Proceed.
It's about 2 hours delivery, 11 minutes. So pay, we can actually very conveniently use Apple Pay. Well, that's gone. So actually pretty straightforward, nice and simple. It's gonna get here. It's been ordered and it will be delivered. Amazing. It's time to install the back box. Grommet, drill, check the level. That's okay, that's really good. Okay, so looks like my delivery is supposed to be here, but it's not here. So this is the number.
A few moments later.
What?
Thank you, brother. Happy days. Thank you so much. Have a good day, brother. Okay, we got all the toys. Let's prep up the cables as they should be. So as you see, I bend them that way. So when I terminate, I just push it from the back. And I know I'm not pushing sleeve into the socket, I'm just pushing the cable in. Nice. I'll always put some plasterboard inside. It's a deep box and there's no need to fill with all of the plaster. I just put the pieces of plasterboard I used to cut out this box and fill in here. There's still a decent amount of plaster that can go inside. Fill in the gap. That's it. So let's clean this area and we're gonna go move on to the next one. We've got the chased in. That's all done. Now what we have to do is drill the holes for the wall plugs, fix this in, put the cable. We're gonna extend the ring, same as we did on the other side. It's always best to extend the ring whenever you can, so that's what we're gonna do. This is now completed, and over here as well. So client can now enjoy and start using the sockets. We need to replace this spotlight with that one. Well, IP65, so that's absolutely fine, and fire rated. How to remove the spotlights from the ceiling? You have to watch out for these, because they take the nails off your finger. Ideally, you try to locate that, and you get close to it, then you move it forward to yourself. You want to move it to one side, so there's a less leverage on that thing. Hopefully I'm not gonna clip my finger. Okay, I can see the silver, so what I'm gonna do is I'll move it to that side, all the way, that's it. Get that in. At that point, I want to move it to my side and get the second one in. Okay. Almost. Okay. So the reason why we remove this spotlight is because it's misbehaving. Sometimes it's on, sometimes it's off. Let's open this up. I would like to understand what's happening with it. And all of them pretty decent length. That one may be slightly longer than the rest of it. This is the new one in. Just gently pressing each. Is that one warm white? Are they different colors as well? That is 4000. Well, that's definitely warm white. That one's 3000. I need to go and check if I've got another 4000. I just went and swapped that one with the ensuite. There was only a single in the ensuite and it was 4000 Kelvin. So I've put that one in. I'm gonna take the new 3000 and put it in there. But just look at these lights and observe them, because something funny happened. There's a normal light switch. I only flicked that switch and they were doing like a dimming effect. See this one? I don't know what these lights are, but I bet they were not very expensive. That one is now misbehaving. It comes on gradually. Like that one comes on automatically, like instantly, that's what I mean. And that one? Yeah. If not for the video, how would I explain this to my client? You know your light is coming on, but not like instantly. They're gonna come in, flick the switch, and the light comes on. So, Greg, what are you on about? It's on. And I'm like, yeah, it is on, but it's not on. So client asked if I could change the location of this lamp for, well, obvious reasons. Each time ladder gets the lamp. So I think what we're going to do is move the smoke alarm along and move the light along where the smoke alarm is. And that's not 30 centimeters from each other. So let's do it. The plan here is there will be an electrical mirror. You just need to bring the feed in for the mirror. This was actually the 4000 Kelvin spotlight. Use that one, which is going to put it more in the middle. Light supply mains to this mirror. And we've got this spaghetti. That's the extractor fan. And this is, well, nothing now. Okay, that's upside down. Okay, that's the two-way. But hold on, that's the two-way that's not working as a two-way, is it? Because if I leave it in this position, so that one's got two cables, that one's got three cables. So this is the one we want. Stay there. If I flick it, and then I flick it. Okay. Maybe it's working okay now. And I just didn't see it. So bring this one over here and just put another one here for the bathroom. We're gonna end up in the loft and see what this arrangement is like in the loft. Lovely. Okay, that one and that one's done, so let's go next door. This is for two-way for this one, and here we go. That's it. That's done. We also have two lights in here, 1 and 2, and that is moved. And we also have second light. I've left extra cable so we can terminate nice and easily. 2 different colors, but that should be a problem.